Hello and welcome to this video. This is Symptoms of Menopause and I am back with part 15, and this is more of an update on my testosterone journey. So I have recently added testosterone. I did an update on my 3-month mark, and now this is an update. I'm just about 9 months, maybe 8.25. So maybe, but close. So I wanted to update again on how my journey's going and what's happening. I did number 14. I'll put that up here. My last video was sort of a rant, and I had gotten COVID, and it really kicked my butt, and it really seemed to affect me mentally, emotionally. Let me know in the comments if you experienced that as well. So I really had a hard time recovering from that, and it really put me in a funk. So I'm happy to report that that has passed. It took a while, but I thought this was a good time to update on about the 9-month mark, depending on when you're watching this, of course. Okay, so let's just jump right in. So again, I'm updating on my testosterone journey. I'll also put that video up here. This is, again, my about 9-month mark. I am using the topical. I put it on kind of any thin-skinned area. I'm playing with that still. It seems like it depends. I'm feeling like it's absorbed differently in different areas. So I was told in the back of my knee, on my inner wrist. I also am using it in the down in my vagina area, in the first fold. So I put it there too. I kind of you're supposed to rotate the sites. You do have to rotate them around. So I've discovered that that's pretty tricky, and I've decided the cream is a pain in the butt. Anyone can relate, let me know. But you have to really make sure you absorb it, and I'm always kind of paranoid because you want to make sure you wash your hands, and you're worried it's going to like transfer. And if you have kids or animals, you have to be careful. So that's kind of been a pain. Putting the cream on is kind of a pain. But I did get to a point where I'll put it in maybe 2 different places, but then I noticed that wasn't working because you have to kind of rotate the space. So I'm taking a total about 4 milligrams a day. And again, I usually do 2 clicks in the morning, or a click in the morning, which is 2 milligrams, and a click in the evening, which is 2 milligrams. Sometimes I don't do it twice. My doctor had me do it like that because she said it can be helpful if you're really struggling with a low libido, which is basically why I started taking the testosterone. For me, that was my biggest complaint that I needed help with, like seriously. And you can watch that wherever in those last videos because I really discuss where I was at with that. So it is, and to update everyone, it's still been a tremendous help for my libido. I can't say enough. So it saved, I feel like, me and my marriage. So I'm very happy to report that. So is my husband. But it really did help. It helps with a lot of things, you guys. It doesn't just help with your libido. You even find yourself thinking about sex more, where it was like the furthest thing from your mind. You were like trying not to think about it. And you wouldn't even think about it. So weird. So it just like things like that. It's really given me a sense of well-being. I think it really helps you mentally and with mood. And testosterone does do that for us. It gives us this sense of well-being. So I am really liking that because that was something that I didn't realize I was really suffering from before. And I didn't know that would give that to me. So that's been excellent. It's also helped in just the actual intercourse experience. I'll try not to get into too much detail, but it helps with a lot of things that are going on. I also have noticed I lift weights. I'm a firm believer we need to start adding those weights in, especially ladies. If you're not already adding some weight in, you need to add that in. I've got videos. I'll put some up here, and you can just follow my playlist for menopause journey, moving through transition, I believe is the playlist, and all my workouts. Okay, Pilates is excellent for this journey, you guys. Okay, and then adding some weights in, key. I've also noticed with testosterone, the testosterone is helping me build more muscle. I was at a total plateau and I wasn't building any muscle. It has helped me to build muscle, okay? I feel like my butt might be getting a little too big. But I definitely have seen that my body seems like it's capable of building more muscle. So I want to report that as well. It also, energy, did I say that? Yes, energy feels like it's up. I really have the energy each day to do my workout and really make sure I move my body. It also has just kind of evened me out too. Again, going back to like the mood. So I really noticed that. So I'm still noticing that good. Now, I want to report though that I did come to kind of a standstill at one point. That was kind of what that last video was about. I know it was kind of a rant more. I was kind of in a bad place. It was the COVID. Anyways, so I went to my doctor because I'm like, okay, well, maybe I need more. You know, unfortunately, and my doctor did tell me that. She goes, I have never given a lady topical testosterone that didn't like it. So, of course, she did have a couple women that said it increased their libido so much that it was a problem. So yeah, interesting. So, okay, I guess that's possible, but she's right. You really feel better. And I feel like it is the missing magic potion that we're not being offered or educated on, and our doctors are not either. But this whole thing about men needing testosterone, it does so much for us. We need it too. And I've been fascinated with this. I've been really researching this testosterone. It's crazy. So I went to tell my doctor about like, maybe I need more. Okay. So where I'm at now is, again, it's almost been 9 months, but she did go ahead and test my testosterone just to make sure, because I asked for more and she's like, okay, well, let's test you and see where you're at. So this is interesting. When she first tested me, I was at a 2.4, which, okay, seems like nothing. That was my free testosterone. And my total testosterone, I believe, was 18. Okay, so those seem like really low numbers, right? I was like, okay, that's hardly anything. But my doctor tested my testosterone first just to make sure. She wanted to just make sure. She was awesome. I talk about this all the time, you guys. You have to find the right doctor who will do these things and who is comfortable with giving you testosterone or whatever, HRT, whatever hormone replacement you need, okay? Find it, ladies. You have to. It's crucial for this journey. You've got to find the right doctor. I talk about that all the time. But now, so back to that. So my doctor, that's a fine. She wanted to test me first, and I had shared that in that last video about the when I started the testosterone. So she just wanted to make sure it wasn't high, because she said, okay, if we give you more testosterone and you are not low, you're going to be pissed, okay? And she teased me because she's like, okay, you're pissed now, but so that is true. We don't need or want too much testosterone. There is such thing, okay? So that is something to keep in mind. But what I was fascinated by is that, you know, we have a good amount of testosterone and it does a lot for us. It does. There's a lot of different things it does for us, you guys. So, but she wanted to test me again just to make sure and see where I was at. Doing this, I'm doing the topical. So you don't know how much is absorbed. So back to my free and my total testosterone. So then I went back. This is my 9-month mark, and she tested me again. And this is interesting, you guys. So I now tested a 2.4 from 2.1 on my free testosterone, and my total testosterone was 69. I thought that was great. That my total was up. Okay, but then I got really confused, you guys, and we're gonna take a little detour on this so we understand what we're talking about, because I did not. So there's basically 3 types of testosterone on the way it kind of roams through your body. So they consider, when they test you, they usually do your total and your free. So but there's technically 3 types. It's all testosterone, but it's the 3 types of ways that it moves through your body. So our total testosterone is all of it. That's the free, and there's 2 other ways that the testosterone binds to proteins. So we have 2 different proteins that testosterone binds to. We have a, I might say this wrong, you guys, but I'm going to try and do this. We have it's ambulin, and then there's also a, which is a sex hormone, and then we have the globulin. So there's those 2 proteins is another way that testosterone attaches to those. And then the free testosterone is just the one that's not attached to a protein. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. That kind of made sense when I was explained it that way. So we basically have 3 types, and that confused me. I'm like, what do you mean we have 3 types of testosterone? But it's just 3 different ways that the testosterone works through your body. Okay, so now, sorry guys, my camera, I don't know what happened. Anyways, I'm just going to do a recap. And guys, I'm not a doctor, so please don't quote me of any sort. I'm just trying to understand, so I'm trying to understand us together, that we're both trying to understand. We're all trying to understand. So that's just a recap on what will happen when you do go and get your testosterone tested. That's just a little breakdown to help understand better. So just going back to what I said about my numbers, my total testosterone is up from 18 to 69. And then my free testosterone, which I thought was strange, was a little lower, but the total was higher. So then I went from a 2.1 to a 2.4 on the free testosterone. But I guess the total is higher and I'm doing well. So we're happy. But don't be upset if your doctor wants to test you. It's just kind of a guideline. It's not a very good guideline is what we're learning. And remember, it's not very clear as well on what and, in detail of what testosterone does for women. It's much more clear for men. But we know it does a lot for us. So hopefully that helps in some way. Also, I'm going to recap. I'm at the 9-month mark. I'm still feeling really great. Helping with mood and sense of well-being. I think it's helping with my sleep. I said it's helping with my energy. I also explained that I thought it was helping build muscle. I also forgot to add in that I do also think it's helping with skin. Just kind of my face feeling a little tighter. I don't know. Go figure. But it does help with like the elasticity and yeah, so wonderful. And then also I did want to touch on the weight part. I had said the last time that I did think it was helping because testosterone does do that for us with body composition. So kind of where it distributes fat and, etc. So I kind of felt like it was helping. And then I did start building muscle, which is because of the testosterone too. So the verdict's out on that. I'm still going to talk more about that in a future video on how it really, I do feel like with the losing weight, because I am still struggling there, ladies. I'm building muscle, but my body composition has changed. So I'm hoping that the testosterone will continue to maybe change that, but another video for that. Okay, I don't want to make this any longer. I hope you've taken something from this. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next.